All right, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the teachers at Great Millstone, and peace and safety to the elect Akim, death to you two-thirds. And what we're going to go into is regeneration, resurrection, and reincarnation, which is all the same thing, which is true according to the Bible, because that's been put out there as a myth or something that's debatable. But no, it's true according to the Holy Scriptures. Reincarnation is a part of the Bible. It's a part of the doctrine. And a matter of fact, if you don't digest the reincarnation doctrine, you cannot get this truth. So lately you got these niggas, KOC, whoever, and these pseudo Israelite guys trying to get a little fame, get a little 15 minutes of fame before they get nuked. You know what I'm saying? Their last little rallying cry in these different groups coming out, Rebel Alliance or whoever, and different niggas coming out the woodwork, out the shadows. They coming up against the whole doctrine of reincarnation, which when they do that, they're directly going up against Yahweh Shai, period. And it proves that these niggas really ain't learned, man. These niggas really ain't in the scriptures, man, for real. Because when you come up against that resurrection doctrine, regeneration or reincarnation, whatever word fits you, which basically means the same thing, you coming up against the direct teachings of Yahweh Shai, because that's what Yahweh Shai campaign was about, the resurrection. And we're going to get it. This is Matthew, the 22nd chapter. And by the way, when you read Matthew, the 22nd chapter, it's a tug of war, for lack of better words, between the wicked Sadducees and Pharisees and, the lawyers, experts of the law, whatever, and the scribes and different things like that coming up against Yahweh Shai. They came up against him with the Caesar token, like, Yahweh Shai cut him, told him, you pay tribute, you render what is Caesar's, and you give the Most High what's the Most High. So he was cutting them in this whole chapter. But when you look at this chapter, it basically tells you what Yahweh Shai was standing for, or what flag, so to speak, Yahweh Shai was waving. And this should tell you right here what side Yahweh Shai stand on concerning reincarnation. All right, this is Matthew 22 and 23. The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection, and asked him. Yeah, the same day came to him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection. All right, that was put in there as a nugget. They said was no resurrection. So by default, Yahweh Shai says there is a resurrection. He says there is a reincarnation. The Sadducees approached him saying that they don't believe in the resurrection. All right? And when you go into it, all right, I'm going to read it again. The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with him 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of Yahweh. So basically, they was trying to trap him up in the reincarnation thing. He said, you err not knowing the scriptures. And that's the same today. That's the same to the day. Period. All right. This is the book of Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So he said, yeah, I say unto you, ye which have followed me in the regeneration. Why would he say that, man? You niggas just don't get it. In the regeneration, then he gonna sit on the 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. But the regeneration, he's telling them in another lifetime, man. All right? Period. Because energy don't go nowhere, man. The spirit is energy. The spirit is basically fire, man. And that's Israel one-on-one, man. But you niggas is unlearned, man, and unskilled concerning the scriptures. Energy always gonna be there, man, but it gonna be regenerated. It's just like a regenerator. The purpose of a regenerator, to regenerate the engine. The energy. And that's the same in the scripture, man. But you niggas don't see it, man. All right, this the book of Matthew 24 and 34. All right, this the book of Matthew. I think this the book of this the book of Matthew 24, and I'm gonna go right to the point for the sake of time. 24 and 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. He said, this generation shall not pass till these things be fulfilled. And when you read that chapter, what things? The things concerning the end times. So the end times wasn't at the time he was saying that. But he was telling them, this generation that's standing before me shall not pass until these things be fulfilled. So the generation that was standing out there, coming up against the Lord and was being hard-headed, and was not, and didn't believe him, he was telling them right then, this same generation is going to see these things take place. And it didn't take place in that lifetime. It's taking place now. All right, the plagues, being under the white man rule, being in captivity. The time of Jacob's trouble. That's what Yahweh Shah was saying. This generation shall not pass until this generation shall not pass until all these things be fulfilled. And, like I said, if you can't digest the concept of reincarnation, you cannot get the concept or the big picture of the scriptures. You got to be able to equate reincarnation, man. Without the resurrection and the teachings of reincarnation, you won't get it. You won't understand. All right? This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and Yahweh requireth that which is past. So the Lord required that which is past, man. So that means reincarnation. That's why it's written, we die once and then the judgment. And a lot of niggas throw that up saying, that means no reincarnation, you die once. But you stupid niggas, that scripture only saying you don't die twice at a time, nigga. You don't die twice, you die once. You live one lifetime and you die one lifetime. Then after that, the judgment comes. Like this scripture saying, Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So it said, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. You walk out your door right now, what you gonna be? Under the sun. The earth is under the sun. So this is the place of judgment. So reincarnation is truly a real thing. It's not a myth. It's not debatable. If you got the lamp, if the Most High Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah supping with you, then you will see that reincarnation is clearly a factor. All right, with that, Shalom.